Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Hiroto. Let me make sure this is recording. Okay, we're good. Okay, I'm going to listen to, you submitted, it looks like, 2 different independent speaking practice tests. Am I right? All right, let's take a look at each of them right now. And let me get the rubrics ready right now so I can use those to accurately score your practice test. Now, if possible, it is possible to post them at VoxyPop. You have to change your Java control settings in your computer to medium, and you need to take the website voxypop.com and put that into the exception list for websites. If you do that, it is possible to use the VoxyPop discussion group. It makes it easier for me to do that as opposed to going through my 200 emails every day and trying to find your practice test. So again, make sure you have the latest version of Java running on your computer. Number 2, go into the control settings, the Java control settings. Change your security settings to medium, and then make sure in the exception list for websites, put www.voxypop.com in there, and then when you go back to the VoxyPop discussion group, you should be able to make a recording. All right, try it out. Okay, let me click on the rubrics now. Now I need to download it, yours. So we have independent speaking practice test number 5. Okay, here we go.
My important person in my life is my father. When I was a child,
Okay, let's take a look at that. So you're talking about an important person in your life. Now, there's 2 parts to this question. This is where some people run into trouble. The first part is to describe the person. Then the second part of the question is to explain why this person is important to you.
He always teaches me something. For example, sport.
He always teaches me something. You want to make that singular, so you have to create a new syllable. He always teaches me.
Study. To cook and so on.
Now, just not so on, that's not good. You're just throwing up a whole bunch of different ideas. But if you say he teaches me how to cook, say for example, one time when I was younger, I wanted to learn how to cook chicken and rice. And my father and I worked together on that occasion. Then you use just that one example. You can talk about that in 10 or 15 seconds, and that is really effective in supporting that generalization.
He teaches me many things as my teacher.
That's too broad. He teaches me many things. You're 20 seconds into the speech, you're still giving a lot of really big ideas without basic details and examples. That's not going to help you score.
When I couldn't decide my future path, he said to me, do what you want to do. This state made me to go to America for study abroad.
Okay.
My father is the most important person in my life.
Okay, so on this one, the first part of the question you didn't really answer. You have to describe your father. Tell me, what kind of personality does he have? What is he like? Is he generally a happy or a more serious person? Is he a hard worker? What does he look like in terms of his face? Does he have gray hair like I do? Does he have a medium or a fairly large or a smaller build? Does he like to wear glasses? You know, like this. So you didn't really give any description of your father at all, and even when you explained why it was important, you talked about him in mostly basic ideas. So that's not going to help there. So I'm going to give you right now a score of 1.8 out of 4, 14 points out of 30. Mainly, due to weaknesses with your topic development. Now, you also have some pronunciation problems, but I think the biggest thing you want to work on right now is being more specific with the examples and the details you use, which means you have to be more limited in your focus. All right, so let's take a look at one more. I think you sent me one more practice test. I think it's practice test number 7. Okay, let's see what we have here.
When I'm doing exercise.
So this one is, it says, which do you prefer when exercising, running or riding a bicycle? So then you say,
I prefer to do running. When I'm doing exercise, I prefer to do running rather than bicycle.
when you say I prefer to do running rather than bicycle, you want to say I prefer to do running rather than bicycling. You want to keep those two words parallel. This is called parallel structure. Now go to the grammar part of my course, take a look at the lesson. There is a grammar lesson that's called parallel structure, and that'll give you some ideas on how to avoid this kind of error in future speaking tasks.
Because I have two reasons. First,
now to start off, to say I like running because of 2 reasons, or I like bicycling because of 2 reasons, that's not very specific. Remember, you're having problems getting to your details. So you want to have a more sharply focused topic statement in the beginning, and then that's going to force you to get to your details a lot faster. So I recommend go to my speaking lesson number 2, and you can take a look at, there is a first 5 or 6 minutes of that video will show you how to create really sharply focused topic statements.
the bicycle is kind of expensive for me, so I don't want to spend money for just doing exercise. It is good enough to do by running.
Okay.
Second, I feel running is more refresh than bicycle.
Then bicycling, you want to say. So running is more fresh than bicycling, but the word fresh is a very obscure, unclear word. It's going to be hard to give examples to support that because it's not clear exactly what fresh means. It has 1,000 interpretations. It means for you, you need more specific vocabulary. What you can do is to improve. It'll take you some time, probably a couple of months, but you need to work more on your vocabulary. So you can go to vocabulary lesson number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And those specific lessons will help you acquire 1,700 TOEFL words.
When I'm riding a bicycle, I can only feel my legs.
Let's check your grammar here a minute.
When I'm riding a bicycle,
It's not when I'm riding a bicycle. You can say when I ride a bicycle.
I can only feel my legs movement, but when I'm doing running, I can feel all of my body movement. So
Now here's a problem. So you're using this example. You're saying that when you bicycle, you only feel the movement in your legs. But when you're running, you're saying you feel the movement in your legs and your arms and your whole body. But then the idea is you like running because it's fresh. The word fresh doesn't really tie in with those examples that you gave. But if you said this, I like running because it exercises more of my muscle groups in my body. Now to me that would be a good topic statement based on the examples that you're just giving. So you have to be careful that what you say as a topic, that it connects to the details that you're actually giving.
that's why I like running. And then
Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So on the rubrics, as I said, you're having some problems with your topic development, specifically with the kinds of words and the language you're using. You need to be much more specific, so you have to keep working on that. Follow the suggestions I've given you in this video, and it does help. I can help you, honestly. I wrote my entire course. I know it inside and out. So as you do your speaking, and writing practice tests, I can tell you which areas of my course you can focus on more in order to develop and improve your academic English language proficiency. Now, your score on this particular practice test, let's say I'm going to put you at about 2.0 out of 4, 15 points out of 30 on this one. All right? Thank you.